Okay, this is the continuation of the last video that got cut off. My phone battery died, and then I was like, so I had to go back and listen to where it cut off. But I was talking about settling. So like once you are making the changes and you're eating more, you start having like a little bit more energy and things aren't as dire, then suddenly it's kind of like, I could get used to living this way. This is better than it was before. But nowhere are you near being like mentally free from your eating disorder. It's just like a couple little things are better, maybe physically, and you're feeling like you are eating things you like a little bit more. And maybe you're going out and you can kind of look normal, like order food at a restaurant. All these little things, right? And it's like, okay, I think I can get by with this. I think I can get used to this. But what I'm here to tell you is please don't do that. Please don't do that, because a few things happen. You don't ever stay there, right? You go right back. Eventually, restriction catches you really strong again. You're right back to where you started. Or perhaps some people stay there for years and they're miserable and they're reaching out to me for coaching because they're sick of living that way. So the quality of life really is so much better when you can push yourself past that hump of like, I don't want to push any farther. I'm getting really uncomfortable. I think I'm just going to stay here. If you can get past that, people don't ever go that far. Usually they stop before they get there. But like I said, when I started this last attempt at recovery, I knew that I knew what that felt like. I'd done that so many times and then ended up back over time. Whether it was months or even years, I would live in that like quasi state and then I'd be back to a really crappy place. So I just knew I wasn't stopping until I felt like the Becky that I was before my eating disorder. So in a lot of people, they don't have memories before their eating disorder because they started so young, 7, 8-year-old, you know, really young, which is so sad. I feel so bad. But for me, I feel blessed because I did it, 16, 17. It's kind of like when mine kind of started to develop. And so I do have memories. I have a lot of memories of like vacations and going to restaurants and, holidays. Like I remember what it felt like to just eat normal. And I remember what it felt like just to be in my body and like not think much of it. And so I knew that I wasn't stopping until I got back to that place. Obviously, like lots of things changed in my life, but like the way that I view my body and food are very similar to how they were before my eating disorder. I don't obsess over my size. I actually look at people now who do, and not to sound judgmental, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's not that big of a deal. Get over it. Obviously, as a coach, I have to have empathy for people because I lived that for 20 years and I understand what that feels like. But I know that I'm like truly recovered from my eating disorder because I don't feel that way anymore. I genuinely do not care about the size of my body just as I did before my eating disorder. And some people will always have struggled with body image or body dysmorphia, and that's fine, but we can also work on that. As you become fully recovered, you can do lots of work to kind of get yourself to a place where you can be okay with your body and you can respect it and you can appreciate it for what it does for you. So basically, yeah, this video, I just wanted to wrap up. Like, please don't settle. And please, some signs of like people that stay in quasi but still feel like, why is eating disorder still so loud? My take on that, the eating disorder thoughts that are persisting, is mental hunger. I believe that the fear and the thoughts and all of those things that you're still having in your recovery is a sign that you still have mental hunger and that you're still not out of energy debt. And when those voices kind of quiet down, or those thoughts, however it is for you, when those quiet down is when you're getting closer to recovery. And it's such a great feeling. It really is just like it's like a second chance at life. It feels like you're having this rebirth of like, oh my gosh, like, wow, whoa, life opens up again. You see things through like a bright colored lens. And again, I always have to like clarify, it doesn't mean your life's perfect. And it doesn't mean like everything is rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. But as far as the eating disorder goes, it is 100% better to be recovered. It affects every other aspect of my life and makes it better. So I encourage you to please reevaluate where you're at. Give yourself a kick in the butt today, right now, to go and push yourself to challenge that stupid eating disorder, because we gotta tick it off. The goal is to upset it, not to cater or to appease it in some way, or kind of like, I'll do it, but I kind of like, I kind of still will listen to it. And recovering in a disordered way will not get you recovered. So That's just food for thought and wrapping up this video, and I will make another one again soon. Okay, bye.